Hey guys, Pastor Chet, Chet, back with you today with another daily devotion we like to call Vitalmins. Romans 1:16, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. I'm going to continue reading. For it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. Seems like there's a lot of people who are ashamed of the gospel in today's church, in the modern church, right? We're faced with all these issues that our nation is faced with right now, issues that Christians should be standing up for and fighting against with everything in them. And the church just seems to be silent. And that bothers me, you know. I've been silent on a lot of issues that I shouldn't have been silent on. But I don't even know when it was. About 6 years ago now, I guess, maybe 7, maybe longer. I don't know. I stood in that pulpit and I preached my very first sermon I ever preached, and I did a terrible job in presenting that sermon because I was an absolute nervous wreck. Right. Still get nervous today every time I preach. But I understand why I get nervous, because it's important, right? We're talking about life or death. We're talking about heaven or hell. So, you know, there should be a sense of nervousness there, a sense of urgency, so to speak. But I was going back and looking through some of my notes and points in that sermon, and it was entitled, Come Out, Wherever You Are. And although I did a terrible job in presenting it, because I had no idea what I was doing, right? To the best of my ability was trying to preach a message that I thought God gave me. Man, there was a lot of profound stuff in that. And even thinking about maybe going back and preaching it again in the future. But man, it's like the church is hiding. I mean, you look around us, man. Pastor Ryan's been hammering it the last couple of weeks here, that we've got to take a stand. You know, why are we ashamed? My goodness, this is talking about the power of the cross and the power of what God just sent Jesus to do on that cross for each and every one of us. And man, all we've got to do is believe that and accept that and receive that, man. And we can be saved. And I don't understand, you know, why we're running from those issues. You know, if our salvation is secure, if our eternal security is set, and the only way you do that is to put your faith, your hope, and your trust in Jesus, then my goodness, why would we not stand? Why would we not fight? And guys, I'm just worried that when persecution really hits the church, that most of our people are not gonna stand up and fight. They're gonna cower down. They're gonna run, and that's scary to me. I mean, it's really scary to me. Y'all know me. I don't get into the politics a whole lot, but my goodness, there's a place for it. I mean, we got to know where to stand on these issues, and that's the Bible. We got to take a biblical stand on these issues, and you know, I just hope and pray that when the heat gets turned up even more than it is now, that God's going to find a church that's ready to go fight, man, and defend their faith and stand for what He wants us to stand for and believe in what He wants us to believe in. And you know, that's my prayer that'll happen. But it's here. You know, 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, it's a whole different atmosphere, right? It's fixing to get bad, in case you hadn't noticed that or figured that out. So we've got a decision to make, church. We cannot be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You ask somebody, well, no, I'm not ashamed. Well, you're not out sharing your faith. You're not out witnessing to folks. Most of you's not even going to church anymore. If you do, it's one time a week. You won't go on Sunday night. You won't go on Wednesday night. You're not reading your Bible. It's just folks I talk to, you know, Christians that say they're Christians that that don't put an emphasis on that stuff anymore. And that's a dangerous, dangerous game that you're playing. So I want to challenge you today. Let's take a stand. Let's stand up for what is right. Let's stand up for the Bible. Let's stand up for Jesus. Love y'all.